In coastal provinces, there's an unspoken rule among fishermen. If the sea goes silent, you leave. No waves, no birds, no wind, just a dead, glassy calm. That silence means he's close. They call him the Octopus Man. No one really knows where he came from. Some say he was once a fisherman who drowned, his body twisted by the deep. Others claim he was never human at all, just something ancient that learned how to wear a man's shape. But what everyone agrees on is this: he has the body of a man, tall and thin, walking upright through the shallow water, and the face of an octopus. Where a human face should be, there is only pale, wet flesh. 8 thick tentacles twist and writhe where a mouth and nose should be. His eyes are huge, black, and unblinking, as cold and empty as the deep sea. When he breathes, his tentacles move slowly, dripping salt water and something darker. You never hear him coming. The ocean itself hides his approach. The first disappearances were fishermen, men who went out before dawn and simply never came back. Their boats would be found drifting days later, their nets torn to shreds. Not cut, but pulled apart, as if something impossibly strong had dragged them straight down. Sometimes there were marks left on the wood, suction marks. Hundreds of them, perfectly round, etched into the hull. Then it wasn't just fishermen. A child playing near the water's edge vanished while her parents were just a few steps away. One moment, they heard her laughing. The next, a single scream, cut short, then nothing. The sea had reached out and taken her. The few who have survived an encounter, and there are very, very few, all tell the same story. They say the water suddenly feels alive around your legs. Cold, strong arms wrap around you, wet and unbreakable. You're dragged under before you can even cry out. And that's when you see him, standing there, beneath the surface, waiting for you. The Octopus Man doesn't swim like a person. He walks along the ocean floor, steady and patient, pulling his victims down into the dark with him. His tentacles wrap around your arms, your legs, your neck, tight enough to bruise, but never tight enough to kill. Not yet. He likes his victims alive. They say he brings them to places humans were never meant to see. Sunken ships, crushed underwater caves, black trenches where sunlight dies. People living near the coast claim they've heard screaming, carried up through the water, late at night, muffled, distant, and bubbling. And sometimes, in the early morning fog, fishermen swear they see him standing near the shore, just watching. Water pouring from his body, his tentacles slowly curling and uncurling, as if he's choosing his next victim. The most terrifying part, he started taking children more often because they're lighter, easier to pull under, easier to keep quiet. Villages began warning their kids to never, ever play near the water alone. Parents stopped letting them swim. Boats were pulled in early. But the Octopus Man didn't stop. He adapted. If people wouldn't come to him, he would come closer to them. One night, a terrible storm hit the coast without warning. A fisherman, rushing to secure his boat, saw a figure standing where the waves crashed onto the sand. At first, he thought it was just another man caught in the storm. Then it stepped forward into the dim light. Tentacles dragged across the wet ground. Those huge black eyes reflected the moonlight. Salt water and blood dripped from its face. The fisherman didn't hesitate. He ran. And behind him, he heard wet, dragging sounds getting closer, and the sound of something inhuman breathing in the rain. Now, when the sea becomes unnaturally calm, people lock their doors. When a boat returns with torn nets, no one asks questions. And when someone goes missing near the water, the elders only whisper, "He took another one." So if you ever find yourself standing near the ocean and you feel a strange, sudden tug at your feet, if the water suddenly tightens around your ankles like a cold hand, whatever you do, don't look down. Because once you see the Octopus Man's eyes staring back at you from below the surface, you won't be coming back up. and the sea will close over you like you never existed at all. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more Tales from the Dark. Stay safe out there,